All right, ladies and gentlemen, I've watched Ancient Aliens a few times, many times, and they talking about reptile DNA being in us. In us. Why do we have reptile DNA in us? Well, I'm about to show you why. Buckle your seatbelt. When God created the atom, it created dimensions based on color. Color leads to energy. Energy is light. Okay? Light leads to waves. Waves leads to frequency. And the domino effect, okay? It's the domino effect of the first light that God created, the domino effect. When this light was created, boom, 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 and it all happened so fast. And this is in Revelation 21:19 through 21, the crystals, the 12 crystals, which match numerology, which match the zodiacs from Pisces up here with the amethyst to Aries down here with the jasper. He who sat on the throne was like a jasper in Revelation 4:3, which is the same thing as the Apsu, okay? And here you have the jasper and the emotions, which are energy and motions. Now, you can have this energy right here, or you cannot, you cannot have this energy without a color. Without a color. Every color is different. Now, this right here, all these different colors of the crystals are differentiated or are specified by a certain length, as in a wavelength, a nanometer, a nanometer, or a prism, which is a light wave, okay? So from all these waves and nanometers and prisms, there's one thing that keeps them in common, and it is found in the pineal, okay? So what is the pineal or pineal gland? A small cone-shaped organ in the brain of most vertebrates that secretes the hormone. Now, this right here is fixing to throw you for a loop. Melatonin. Key word right here is melatonin. Melatonin is the hormone produced by the pineal gland that stimulates color change in the epidermis of amphibians and reptiles. The color change, color, stimulates color. All right, if it stimulates color, what is this stimulant? What does it mean by stimulate? Okay, so let's break it down. Stimulate. To rouse to activity, it activates the color or heightened action as by spurring or excite, okay? To excite or invigorate a person, for example, with a stimulant, okay? So if you take a stimulant, like as in a coffee, you get excited, you get a little hyper. So this makes you move around. And as the color in the divine energies, it allows them to move about. Melatonin, excuse me. All right, so in the place of bliss, all right, this stimulate. When you are in the garden of Eden, Eden is the brain, garden being the place of bliss, when the Kundalini rises up to the brain, which is Eden, okay, it releases melatonin. It excites you. It stimulates you. And man, when it happened to me, man, let me tell you something. It felt like God's pure love from my head to my toes was all over me. It felt like I was embraced by the love of God himself. I mean, it was just the most incredible feeling that you ever could experience. Now, this is real. And I'm telling you this because I know by experience, in this place of bliss, this garden is where I have been. So let's break it on down. So the melanin, any of a group of naturally occurring dark pigments, especially one in skin, hair, fur, and feathers. This is why Ra is reported or explained as a bird by the different color feathers, okay? So let's move on. What is a hormone? Let's go to the hormone. Let's break all this down. A substance, usually a peptide or steroid, produced by one tissue and conveyed by the bloodstream to another to effect physiological activity. It affects physiological activity, your color, such as growth, okay? Any of various similar substances in plants and insects that regulate development or impulse to urge on. Once you get the melatonin released in your pineal gland, there's something in there that urges you on your spiritual journey, which is what the pearl represents in the Bible. The pearl. Okay? Let's move on. A peptide. Any of various natural or synthetic compounds containing 2 or more amino acids linked by the carboxyl group of one amino acid and the amino group of another. Now, what it does is this melatonin is just like the light. It has layers. It has the melatonin. It has the stimulant. It has the garden. It has the melanin. It has the hormone. It has the peptide. It has the steroid, on and on and on. Everything is in layers, even from light. If we didn't have light, we would not have melatonin. The light of, all right, I'm fixing to explain this to you. The light of this melatonin, watch this. This is why, that melatonin is why, in the Bible, in Acts 14, 11 and 12, and when the people saw what Paul had done, they lifted him their voices, saying, in the speech of whatever that word is, the gods are come down to us in the likeness of man. The gods, they called Jupiter and Mercury the gods, and they called Barnabas Jupiter. They called Barnabas Jupiter. Barnabas was Jupiter. Why? Because of this. In James chapter 5, verse 4, this name right here, Sabaoth is Jupiter. And Sabaoth right here has the face of a snake. Sabaoth. Jupiter, the kingdom of God is within you. Makes you divine. That's his feminine name and masculine name. And Jupiter creates a congregation of angels, Israel, and Jesus. All this is about the energy of Jupiter.